Tapping into life, we're ready to shine. With every step forward, we're crossing the line. Embrace the hustle, let the fire ignite. Together we rise, we'll conquer the night.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Once again, I am here to present to you another episode of the Tapping into Life podcast. I am your spiritual life coach, Matthew B., back with another very informative episode that will help you, will help me, will help our loved ones all tap in to who we truly are. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, grab your pad and your pen or your pencil, whatever you write with. Put your recorder on. Always remember that this podcast is not just on YouTube, but also the Tapping into Life LLC Facebook page. Okay. All right. So we're going to get into the topic, and it's a very interesting topic. I know that some of us, well, all of us, all of us will, gather some kind of information to help us out along this journey. So come on in, come on in, come on in. We're going to get started. I'm not going to be here before you long. Okay. I'll try not to anyway. I hope each and every one of you are having a wonderful work week. All right. We are entering the last 2 months of the year. 2024, y'all, has came and gone. Yesterday was January the 1st, and today is October 31st. Okay. So we are moving rapidly in this year, and I know, I'm not going to hope, I know that each and every one of you have taken the time to invest in yourself, to tap into the person that is you, your discovery, your spiritual identity, who you are as a person, your spiritual existence, healing from the traumas and the pain, maintaining great mental health, emotional health, and spiritual health, learning how to put up those barriers. Okay. Now, I know that's a lot, but it's a journey, and this journey takes time. So just because you're not where you want to be at the end of 2024 don't mean that you failed. It just means that you still got some work to do. All right. I got some work to do. I think we all have some work to do as it pertains to our spiritual journey and all that it entails. All right. Let me gotta maneuver some things around here because technology be technologing. And all right, there we go. There we go. I think the person who created the lightings for the podcast and stuff, they didn't take in consideration people who had glasses. Apparently, they didn't. But we're going to give them grace. We're going to forgive them. One day technology will advance again. We all know that. So come on in. The topic at hand. All right. Y'all ready? I know y'all ready. I know y'all ready. The topic at hand is the company you keep. Okay. Let me say that again. The company you keep. That is today's topic. Okay. That's today's topic. We're going to talk about the company that we keep as it pertains to each and every one of us, the individuals. All right? Y'all ready? I know y'all. So, growing up and I'm pretty sure many of us heard this from our parents, from our grandparents, from our legal guardians, from our aunts and our uncles, from those, those adult cousins that were adults when we were kids, from family friends, from mentors and public figures in the community. We all heard this light is working on my nerves. Hold on one second. All right. We all heard the phrase, watch the company you keep. We've had lectures about that. We've been given these lectures, by our parents, by our grandparents, by all the adult figures. We've heard it on TV shows. The company you keep. Watch the company you keep. Acknowledge the company you keep. Be conscious of the company you keep. All right. We've heard this. And I understand as kids, we weren't thinking about that. We were sitting there trying to play with, action figures and dolls and play hide and go seek and, do kid stuff, play on the video games and stuff. We weren't thinking about the phrase, the company you keep. Even when we became teenagers and we really heard it as teenagers, we weren't thinking about that. We didn't understand that. We weren't trying to figure that out. We weren't trying to maneuver through the whole concept of watching the company we keep. However, we got this thing that we're going to be living in for the rest of our lives called adulthood. And when it comes to adulthood, we really got to be cautious of the company we keep. Okay. Because, we're out here living our adult lives and dealing with adult responsibilities and carrying ourselves as an adult. And, we got to maneuver as adults, so we don't have the protection of our parents and grandparents monitoring everybody that we associate ourselves with, who we, have as friends, as co-workers, as, in relationships and family members. We're adults now, so we're walking and maneuvering as adults. So we have to be very cautious of this because we're in charge of our lives now. So we got to be mindful of the people who are in our lives. And that is the same as the company we keep. So the company we keep are the people we spend time with, the people we associate ourselves with. And being cautious on how the manifestation of the association and being cautious on how that manifests in our lives and how it affects our lives, right? Understanding the character of these people who we spend time with and we associate ourselves with. Identifying what is beneficial and detrimental as it pertains to the people we spend time with, we associate ourselves with. Right? Family, friends, some of us in relationships, the work relationships and how you deal with your coworkers, the company you keep. So in layman's terms, everybody that's in your village may not be friendly neighbors. Okay. Everybody who is your support system may not be supporters. Some of them may be monitoring spirits. Some of them may be, spectators. All right. Once upon a time, I heard that everybody that's smiling your face don't like you. Everybody that's smiling your face don't have your best interests at heart. Your safety and well-being is low priority to them. They're associating themselves to you in order to get something from you. And in return, you pay the price. Mm. And I understand that's a very, 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 very hard pill to swallow. That's a boulder size pill that we have to swallow, knowing that some of these people that we think have our best interests at heart and our safety and well-being in top priority, and that's going to be there for us and and support us as we do with them and impart beneficial fruit in us as we do them, knowing at the end of the day that sometimes there are people who don't have our best interests at heart, and none of that was their intentions. I know it hurt. Ooh, it hurt. It hurt. It's like a migraine. It's like the pain you feel when you break a bone. That reality, it's very uncomfortable. But this is something that we have to talk about, not within our own community of people, but also we have to talk about it within ourselves. We have to be conscious of the company we keep and who we are allowed to get close to us. And it's a hard topic. It's a hard thought to process. It's a hard topic to talk about. It kind of pokes at our anxiety. We gotta be like, you know what? No, we ain't gonna get there. We just gotta be cautious and pay attention. Right? But guess what? I am here to tell y'all and show y'all and walk y'all through how to be conscious and aware of the company we keep. So you remember these TV shows way back when, to where you have a main character, 9 times out of 10, it was a preteen to a teenage character, right? And for the most part, they're a good kid and they're making good grades in school and they're doing all of this stuff. They're good kids. And then they meet somebody who is not such a good kid, a little troubled kid, rough around the edges, do wrong things. And the main character gets influenced by the friend, by the bad kid. And that main character starts doing certain things that alters and compromises his or her character. Right? So then they get in trouble, and then the mommy or daddy or whomever that adult figure is, kind of bring them back in, give them a punishment, and that's the end of the show. All right, we seen them episodes, we seen them TV shows, so that's just like how it is in adulthood. And as we're maneuvering through our spiritual journey, yes, we are responsible for what is put in to our spiritual atmosphere when we become adults. We are responsible for that. So when we become 18, we're responsible for everything that we allow to be in our spiritual atmosphere. And you know what? That also consists of the people that we attach our spiritual existences to. Association is synonymous with attaching in this situation. Who we attach ourselves to, because we got to remember who we attach ourselves to. When we attach ourselves to that person, it is an umbilical cord that is that attachment. And it's not an umbilical cord like it is when, a baby is being formed to where only it's one direction. This umbilical cord is a two-way umbilical cord. So not only are you imparting into somebody, somebody's imparting into you. Right? And if we look at the definition of imparting, the definition of imparting is to when we give words of knowledge and wisdom to someone else. But in some certain situations, when we associate ourselves with people, it's negative impartation. There are some people that we are associated to and we're attached with, and at the end of the day, they are giving us just giving us through this umbilical cord. They're just feeding us all the negativity and the toxins and the detrimental things of the atmosphere, and in return, it affects us. It affects who we are. It taints our spiritual existence. We already got trauma we got to deal with, right? Some of our trauma is all, is based on how our upbringing was, and what was absent, and what was absent that should have been present, and what was present that should have been absent. We're already dealing with that. And here we think that we can trust somebody. And in return, their intentions and their motives are different. And it ain't what we thought it was. That can be your friends. That can be your family. That can be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your husband or your wife. That could be your co-workers who you thought, oh yeah, y'all was buddy. We gonna work together. It could be them too. For those who are business owners, it can be your clientele. Okay, now come on. To all my entrepreneurs, this is for y'all as well. All right. So it's the people that we associate ourselves with. We have to be cautious of the people we associate ourselves with and how the association manifests and how it affects our character and how it is beneficial or detrimental. We got to be cautious of these things. What is being poured into our spiritual atmosphere by way of other human entities? Okay? We got to be cautious of that. So the human existence, that is you, the individual, has been, and will always be affected by the people we associate or attach ourselves to. Always will be. Who you associated yourself with and attached yourself with as a kid affected you. In your present affects you, is affecting you now. And in your future will affect you. We have to be careful of who we let in. And we may not have understood that when mommy and daddy and grandma and grandpa and auntie and uncle and the pastor and the teachers and the coaches and the mentors, we ain't understand that. And some of us had to learn the hard way. I know I did. I know I had to learn the hard way. Mm. Yeah. We're not going to get into those details, but yeah, had to learn the hard way. We have to understand that the association with other people is not just physical. Because we're conditioned to think that when we hear watch the company you keep, that it's a physical thing, that we only have to worry about it, and pay attention about it using our physical eyes, our physical ears, right? But when we're talking about the company we keep, we're also talking about a spiritual fellowship. And sometimes that spiritual fellowship is not a good fellowship. But we don't see that because we're trusting that that person is still a good friend. It's still a good family member. It's still a good coworker. And it's still a good boyfriend or girlfriend. It's still a good husband or wife, because we're just so loving the moment of that person's and that person or those people being in our lives that we don't see, that sometimes that there are some red flags. And those red flags been knocking us upside the head for the longest time, and we ain't felt it yet. y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm about to tell y'all where it started. All right. So come on in. I gave you the skim surface. And y'all know here, we don't stay skim surface very long. We about to go into the deep of it all. All right. Y'all ready? Got your pad, got your pen. Y'all snuggled up. I know it's getting cold outside. Y'all snuggled up in your robe. There are times to where one person is existing on this earth that has had some trauma, some hurt, some pain that they may have not healed from, things that they may not have dealt with in their spiritual existence. There's a lot of toxins. Their spiritual DNA is very tainted with some things that they have not dissected and gotten rid of, right? So this in returns conditions their human nature to believe certain things are okay and think certain ways, right? So this person associates themselves with somebody. They find somebody who they think is weak, right? And this person is bitter. This person is bitter. This person is angry. This person is hurt. This person's human nature is taking more control over them than their spirit is taking control over them. Their soul speaks a lot of things that are not the best to be spoken. So this person goes, this person is person A. Person A is the one that got the problems, the one that needs some healing, the one that needs, some good conversation and to tap into who he or she really is. This person associates his or herself with person B. All right. Now, person B sees, okay, he could be a good friend. She can be a good friend. We can hang out. We can go bowling. We got a lot of things in common. I like her. He likes me. I really don't see anything wrong with that person. I mean, everybody got stuff that they dealing with. It's life. This person looked like they're maneuvering. So I'm just going to take that invitation. I'm going to attach myself with person A over here. So now y'all friends. Right? Or that family member that really wasn't close to you way back when, but somewhere down the line, that family member could be that person A. Oh, y'all ready for that conversation? So here's what happens. A lot of times one will attach or associate someone with who have experienced less pain or have experienced a situation that he or she has already came out of. And a lot of times, let's be real. A lot of times people will associate themselves with other people because they see something inside that person B that they lack the capacity in possessing. Yourself, do you know what you have inside of you? And I want you to ask yourself, am I acknowledging what I have inside of me before somebody else acknowledges what I have inside of me? Because a lot of people they see for a fact, see it clear as day, the bright star of everything beneficial inside of you, but you don't see it. And that's the bad part. The bad part is you don't see it before they see it. And at the end of the day, they want it. They want it. You have happiness, they want that happiness. You have peace, they want that peace. You have self-love, they want that self-love. You are loved and liked by many people, they want that too. You have a strong resilience, they want that resilience. Everything that is beneficial, if you don't see it inside of you before somebody else sees it, you are vulnerable and susceptible to being a victim of what is called spiritual manipulation. And we talked about that last episode. It was 2 parts of that episode. So so if you want to know what spiritual manipulation is, you got to go back over there and read and look at the other episodes. All right. So I don't want to repeat it. Y'all know how long-winded I am, and I'm trying to keep it no more than 1 hour and 15 minutes or less per episode. I've been doing good this season, these first 3 episodes. Now, don't judge me. But anyway, moving on. So that person A, they come up with a plan. They plotting. I'm going to get this. I'm going to take a part in this. how can I get or take what person B over here has? I want that. I want that happiness. I want that love. I want that popularity. I want that resilience. I want that strong will. I want that determination. Everything. Everything beneficial. I want it. I'm going now. I got to go and get my pad and my pen, and I got to come up with a blueprint of how I'm going to take this. And how they do it is just like the slithery serpent that was in the Garden of Eden, for those who believe in that story. They come in with what's the word off the top of my head? They come in with a decent presentation of themselves, with a beautiful presentation of themselves, with a something, a presentation that they can sell their idea, that they're the type of person that you, the person B, wants to associate yourselves with. They make it seem like it's good. They make it seem like it's beneficial. And a lot of times, a lot of us, myself included, and I know y'all have too, have fallen for it on more than one occasion. I doubt very seriously anybody has ever fallen for that only one time. If you have, you know what? I respectfully give my kudos to you. You learned the first time. But a lot of us, we have not learned that first time. We've been bitten in the behind by deception so many times by the people who we thought cared about us, who we can call our friends and close family members, who we can allow in our close inner circle. We have fallen for that on more than one occasion by more than one person. We can be open and honest. We can have a conversation here. Y'all know this is a safe space over here at the Tapping Into Life LLC. Go on and admit it. I'm gonna admit it. I've fallen into that trap and been bitten in the behind numerous times. Because I thought that there was these people that could, be close to me, and I can divulge personal information and situations and stuff like that. And do what, in fellowship with people, like normal people do, that's close to, each other. We all fell into that. I know I have. So they go and they swindle and hoodwink and slither about, saying certain words, selling it in the form of, that nice, delicious chocolate cake we like, that nice, delicious apple pie we like, that nice, delicious meal that we like. And they get into your ear. Both of them. They just, They get to your ear and they start singing in your ear and they start talking. And the more they start talking, the more you start questioning what you already have inside of you that is beneficial. You start questioning that. And when the moment you start questioning that, you start detaching yourself from the possession of what is beneficial in you. And as soon as you start detaching yourself from that, and that beneficial kind of goes away, then you know what? It leaves room and an open gate for them to come in and go, whop, attack you. Got your mind. I got your ear. I got your mind. I got your emotions. So now I have your human nature. Mm. I got control over everything you do. Mm. Well, Matthew, I don't know about that now. You're being a little too far fetched with that. I'm going to give you an example. You start associating yourself with people who don't like to go to work like they should, who like to call out 50 million times because they want to go on this trip and that trip. And they don't want to go to work. They could just wake up and say, I want to go to work, and they call out with some excuse. And these people get in your ear. And before you know it, girl, come on, call out. Like, call out. Like, it's this concert. Call out. This concert going on. Oh, come on with us with the let's go. Dude, bro, come on now. Like, just call out. Tell them you got a family emergency. And you're gonna be out for a few days while we go on this trip. And you go from being to work every time you are scheduled and some to calling out constantly to hang with your friends. And you think it's okay. You think it's fun, because y'all going out to the concert or on the trip or this, that, and the third. Y'all doing stuff, y'all having fun and stuff. Until you call out that final time. And your superiors pull you into that office and you no longer have a job. Okay. There are some people who will not care about taking your livelihood. They wanted that bread and butter, they got that bread and butter. They wanted that steak and potatoes, they got that steak and potatoes. I want somebody that's going to hurt like I hurt. I want somebody that's going to be angry like I'm angry. I want to associate myself with somebody who's going to be miserable like I'm miserable now. And the moment I get back on my feet, the moment I have enough of them to get back on my feet and they need me, I am going to kindly, this is where it gets rough. I'm going to kindly turn to them, look them in the face, turn my back to them, pull my pants down, bend over, and tell them to kiss my entire behind. Because I already got what I wanted from them. And now you, the person B, waking up in the morning wondering why you feel so sad, why you feel so down, why you feel so angry. What you ask yourself, what the hell am I angry for? I got so much going on. I got a job, I got a family, I got this, I got that. I'm happy. The company you keep just don't take what you got physically. It can take a lot of what you got spiritually. You wondering why you ready to just punch somebody in the face as soon as they say something out the way to you ready to just punch somebody in the face because somebody has slithered into your atmosphere and have tainted and manipulated your self-control, have tainted and manipulated your discipline, your grace. Let's come on now. Take it in, write it down, highlight it, do what y'all got to do. And then you ask yourself, you're having that moment, you ask yourself, why did I not see this in the beginning? I don't know why you didn't see it in the beginning. Because in the beginning, there was light and dark, but we ain't going down that road. No. But in the beginning, you were not in tune with yourself spiritually. So you did not know how to spiritually sense the good and the bad in a person, and if something wasn't right. You thought that your anxiety, when you got that anxiety, you thought that anxiety was something mental and you was going crazy. You didn't know that anxiety inside of you, when it started to raise up and you started to feel it real hard, that was your intuition saying no. That was your discernment saying no. That was that true identity inside of you saying no. Your physical presence has to align with your true identity. Your true identity does not align with your physical presence. Okay. Y'all all right? Y'all okay? So you didn't, and you can't beat yourself. And this is the thing about people, they beat themselves up. Why I didn't see that this person was cheating on me? Why I didn't see that this person only wanted me for my money? Why I didn't see that this friend really really was friends with me because of this, this, and this, and this? Because you were in a place of your life to where you had not tapped in yet. And you have not gone on that self-discovery journey. You have not identified who you are spiritually. You have not recognized the boundaries. You have not recognized the conditions. You have not recognized who you are as a spiritual individual. You have not recognized that. That's why you didn't see it. And that's nothing to beat yourself up over, because we've all been there. Your mama been there, your daddy been there, your grandparents been there. Everybody has been there. In the moment that you let people into your lives and they deceive you in some way, shape, or form, whomever they are, and how and whatever role they play in your life, the moment that happens, you ask yourself, now that they have deceived me, how many more people are out there that are in my inner circle? How many more people are out there? And how can I identify those people? If anybody, write this down. Write this down. If anybody speaks in a way that make you say, I don't know about that, that's a red flag. Then there's a difference between, I don't know about that, and, okay, you got to walk me through this. You got to explain this. You got to make this clear. That those are two different things. Because when you say, I don't know about that, you basically saying you're sounding kind of crazy and that's sounding kind of manipulative. Compared to, okay, you gotta to walk me through this. You gotta make this clear. You gotta help me understand. It's two different things. It's two different things. When somebody says something, they try to try to get you to do something and it's a bit far-fetched and it's way out there, that's a red flag, y'all. That is a red flag. And it anything that causes a jump in your anxiety that somebody has said is a red flag. Your anxiety is not there to make you crazy. Your anxiety is there as a notification of saying, you don't know who you truly are. You have not tapped into who you truly are, but I'm here to tell you from the other side. I am your friend from the other side. My name is Anxiety. And you know what? That right there ain't it. Some ain't right about that. And there's something that I know but as anxiety, but you got to find out as the human, as the spiritual existence. You got to, I'm here in the spiritual realm. I'm here in your spiritual existence. You got to align with us. We don't align with you. So you have to learn that ain't right over there. Some ain't right. It's more into it. But I will tell you, that's a bad feeling. Mm. So some of us, we really don't see what's going on until it's too late. This is why at young ages, in our young adulthood, in our 18, 19, and in our 20s, we got to start being spiritually connected with who we are. We got to begin that spiritual journey. I'm not saying you're going to finish it in 5 years. It took me 10. Okay. It took me 10. It may have taken somebody 5 years. It may have taken somebody 15 years. It may have taken somebody 20 years. But the earlier we start, the faster and the quicker we can get to that moment to where we begin to tap into who we are and be spiritually aligned with us and know what we have in us, both beneficial and detrimental. Detrimental, we fix it and we get rid of it, and beneficial, we keep it and we apply it. So when we have these people who are all in our ear trying to take from us, we'll say, no. You don't have a right to be close to me. You don't have a right for me to be accessible to you. I am not obligated to be accessible to you because I see how you move. I see your intentions, and your intentions do not have my best interests. Your intentions do not have my safety and well-being in priority. And you are not that friend, that close family member, that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that husband, that wife, that cool coworker, like you said you were. So you know what? The door is closed. You're not accessible. I'm not accessible to you. You stand outside the gate and look at what I do. You will not be spiritually manipulating me. You will not take away my happiness. You will not take away things that I have in the physical as well as the spiritual. You will not taint anything. You will not poison. You will not persuade me and hoodwink me to compromise who I am. This is juicy, y'all. Look at it. Look at it. Y'all okay? I know some of y'all be like, woo! But look at it. We got to stop allowing ourselves to be tricked and hoodwinked by these people. We got to stop allowing them to come in and take and make us puppets because they're feeling some type of way about themselves because they lack the capacity to heal, to be great, to identify. We got to stop being tricked into this stuff, y'all. I know there's some people out there that like the same hobbies you like, feel the same way about certain people that you feel, are interested in some of the same things that you're interested in. But that doesn't mean that they're for you. And that doesn't mean that it's okay for them to be in your inner circle because you're just seeing the physical. You're not seeing the spiritual. You're not seeing how they move. You're not hearing what their soul speaks. The soul does not only bear the fruit, the soul is the mouth of the spirit. It speaks what the spirit has in it. And we got to learn how to go and tap into our spiritual selves, our spiritual gifts earlier in our adulthood than later on after we've been backstabbed 50 million times. So if you're past 20, start now because you got some years ahead of you. All right. Now we have 52 minutes. We have 52 minutes. I'm doing good. Watch the company you keep because you will start manifesting the internal of the people who you associate with and who you've allowed to attach an umbilical cord to you. You will start manifesting that through you. And it will affect you. And you will begin to lose things. You will begin to you might, some may write, oh my God, what in the world is it? You can't eat at everybody's table. You can't go to everybody's picnic and cookout. Y'all want me to do you one better? Because y'all know I go out with a boom and a big bang. Y'all want me to do it? I'm about to do it. You can't let yourselves be attached to, even on a spiritual level. You can't let everybody attach to you spiritually. You can't connect with everybody spiritually. I don't care if they are the same denomination. I don't care if they do believe in the same spiritual beliefs. You can't attach yourself to everybody spiritually. Pipe bomb. I didn't mean to knock y'all off y'all chairs. I'm sorry. Y'all come on back up. Come on, just brush the dust off your shoulder. I know they hit hard on the head. I know that we like to fellowship with people on a spiritual level, but I'm just here to tell y'all, everybody that believe in the same thing you believe in is not right for you to connect to. They might be ready. They might be right to connect with somebody else, but not you. And you have to understand how to identify who's beneficial in your life and who's detrimental in your life. Okay? How y'all feeling? I know that was a lie. And I understand that some of y'all are thinking, if I begin this process and I really see the people who it's going to hurt me to know that there are some people who don't have my best interests at heart and that have been manipulating me, have been been hoodwinking me. Their intentions are not where they're supposed, what I thought they were supposed to be. I call this person my brother. I call this person my sister. I call this person my friend. I call this person my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife. I call this person that close family member. I call them, these things. And it is going to hurt if I do this and I found out that these people ain't who they say they are. But you know what? You want to hurt for a moment? You want to be hurt for a moment? Or be hurt for years to come over a long period of time? You want to experience the discomfort in that revelation? Or do you want to go years and years and years and years and years with somebody in your ear for all the wrong reasons? Is it uncomfortable? Hell yeah, it's uncomfortable. Coming from somebody who had to go through that. Yes, on more than one occasion. And I'm here to tell you, this last time I was pissed. I ain't even gonna lie. I was mad. Call yourself my friend. You ain't my friend. Call yourself my brother. You ain't my brother. Thought me and this coworker was cool and we ain't cool. The backstabbing is real with these people. It hurts, y'all. I know it does. And don't nobody want to be experiencing all this spiritual pain and anguish. Like, I already know that. But for a moment versus being deceived for a long period of time, I'd rather, and this is just me talking, I would rather experience a moment of discomfort and hurt because I found out that the people that I call my inner circle, some of these people aren't there as they say they are there, and their intentions are a bunch of lies, compared to somebody making me a puppet. And then the moment that I need them, they've gotten everything they've gotten from me, and they turn around, bend over, and tell me to kiss they behind. And the damage that comes in between that, y'all, I don't know about y'all. Pay attention to your company. Learn how they move. Learn how they move. And you will start to know when somebody is saying something about you that's supposed to be your close person, your villager, your supporter. You know? Pay attention to how they move. Understand the words they speak, not just with your physical ears, but with your spiritual ears. Because I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of people out there that's being deceived. And in 2025, we thrive. Okay. We thriving while 2025 is 2025. And okay. Now, so we got to start this process now. As we enter the last 2 months of 2024. It's no more in 2024 because we thrive in 2025. Okay, now let's see. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. So I don't want y'all to be sitting up there taking this idea and getting some money from it. Okay. No more in 2024 because we thrive in 2025. Okay. I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode right here. I hope it was informative. I hope you got a laugh, but I hope something sparked you to like, I need to really pay attention to the people that are the company that I speak, that I keep. We got to be very, 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 very cautious of the people we allow in our temple. And when I mean temple, I don't mean temple like, people who we have sex with. Although that does play a part in it. Okay. But that's a whole different ball game. And, but your temple is your spiritual atmosphere. You should treat that like a temple and be mindful of what you allow in and who you allow in. Who is taken from your garden? And are they going to replenish it? Who are you imparting into? And who is imparting into you? And who's ever imparting into you, what exactly are they imparting into you? Is it making you feel like, I don't know about that? Red flag. We got to be cautious, and I know we gonna get there. I know we're gonna get there. And them person A's, them people as the person A's, they gonna be a little pissed off, they gonna be mad. Okay, fine. But you're accessible to them no longer. Because when you are accessible to them, the costs are parts of you. I'm glad about my small circle. Look, I am okay. Now, I wouldn't mind having a few more friends. Do not get me wrong, but I appreciate and thank God for my small circle. I'm just saying. Thank you, each and every one of you, for taking in the time to invest in yourselves, in your spiritual journey. I am glad to see that each and every one of you are continuing this process and is walking this road. And like I said, I understand this topic was a very hard horse pill to swallow, as a lot of topics, but it was one that needed to be had, and I hope y'all took a lot from it. Plant this knowledge inside of you and see how you perceive things and see things differently as it pertains to who you let in and connect with you. We gonna get off here. I'm gonna let y'all go. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Tapping Into Life podcast. And as always, be kind, be courteous, be smart, be peaceful, be loving, be happy, be joyful, be patient, be resilient, be positive, be beneficial to someone. Tap into you. Continue to tap into you. Follow us on Tapping Into Life LLC, and also on the YouTube channel, Tapping Into Life, all one word. Like, share, subscribe, do what y'all got to do. Because I like to know that y'all tapping in to tap in. So I need to see it now. All right. So we're going to get out of here. Y'all take care. Y'all have an amazing work week ahead. Enjoy the weekend. All right. And until next time, I love each and every one of you. Much love to you. I speak peace in your lives. And I'll be waiting to see you again on another episode. Take care.